Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I love to say it's not cute, not knowing. I go by the nickname Ginger. And we start off with a hug because there are a lot of people that just need a hug. So come on. We got tore up here on the East Coast. There was historic flooding where I'm from in Philadelphia. I mean, historic flooding. In New York, New Jersey, the remnants from Hurricane Ida. Then you had Hurricane Ida and how it affected Louisiana. You think of the fires out on the West. There's something to global warming. I'm telling you, I live on the East Coast. I know not no tornado. I said a tornado. Our area gets hit with tornadoes, these rains, at least 3 major storms. I know one day when I came home from work, and I'm not going to hold you long, I never saw hail before. I mean, there was these big chunks of hail outside of my house. And I was like, what is that? I was like, did somebody throw rocks on my property? No, it was the hail. They were huge. Unprecedented weather. There is something about global warming. We got to keep Nene Leakes, formerly of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, in our prayers. The Leakes family dealing with the death of Nene's husband, Greg. Greg Leakes had been battling colon cancer since 2018. They thought he recovered, came back this June, even more aggressive, and he died yesterday at the age of 66. The one thing about Greg Leakes, no matter all the antics that Nene had going on, he stood by her side. He was by her side, and he loved her. When they had the thing where they renewed their vows, he adored her. And when they broke up, it made me sad because I was like, girl, you throwing away a whole good man. That's a good man right there. And a good man is hard to find. And no matter what she did, he was there and he loved her. And just really it's hard to find, someone who really loves you. When they do that through thick and thin, sickness and health. Greg was there. I met them once in Atlantic City. And while Nene was doing her things and being Nene, there was Greg in the cut right there for her. Our prayers go out to Nene Leakes and family. Let's talk movies. Viola Davis has signed up for this movie, The Woman King. It's set in Africa, 18th, 19th century, where she plays this general of an all-female unit. And they're fighting the enemies and whatnot. Lashana Lynch. She was in Captain Marvel. She's going to be in Captain Marvel 2. She's going to be in a James Bond movie. She's going to be the new 007 because James Bond retires and they give 007 the name to her. But she's going to be in that. But she is signed on to star in this movie with Viola Davis. Love to see them too on the big screen together. Red Notice is a new movie coming to Netflix with, check this cast out, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, and Ryan Reynolds, who is right now the hottest star in Hollywood with that movie, The Free Guy. Well, this movie is going to be debuting on Netflix November the 12th as they search for 3 of the world's best criminals. It looks good in the chemistry between The Rock and Gal Gadot. More Dancing with the Stars news. Matt James, the Black Bachelor, is coming to Dancing with the Stars. I don't care who they put on here. I am just... Lori Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade, she's dancing. JoJo Siwa, the teen sensation. Kenya Moore, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Suni Lee, the Olympic gold medalist. They're just a few of those. We're going to find out the full cast reveal on Wednesday with Dancing with the Stars. Halle Berry's got some exciting projects coming out. The trailer dropped today for the movie Moonfall. It's a disaster movie where the moon attacks the earth. Halle Berry stars. It hits theaters February 22nd. On Netflix in November, right around Thanksgiving, she's going to be in a movie called Bruised, where she plays a disgraced MMA fighter. LeVar Burton led Reading Rainbow for many years. 1983 to 2006. Reading Rainbow, a very important show because reading is very important for everyone and our kids. Well, a documentary is going to be made on the importance of Reading Rainbow and LeVar Burton's role in it, and how a show like this would, it air on PBS, was needed, to get kids in love with the reading. Because nowadays, think about it, with the video games and everything, you got to know the basis of everything is reading. You got to know how to read. But a documentary is going to be made on Reading Rainbow. It was a slow day, but here in Philadelphia, we had to do all kind of flood updates. The major highways flooded. You can't get around. I'm telling people, got to be patient. You got to be patient. If I can't move, you can't move. So stop leaning on the horn. A lot of that going on. A lot of people are not patient today. I mean, when you are going through any kind of disasters, you're losing your home and it's flooding. And this week has not been good for so many. So we really want to keep them in prayer. I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. I've been podcasting for about 6.5 years, and I really enjoy it. I'm a baby boomer, and I have conversation with men, women, millennials, Gen X. We literally talk about everything. And here are some questions that I have for you. How important is customer service? If you get bad customer service, are you inclined to go back to that place of business? I know people who will put their relatives in the front, and them relatives are killing their business because they have a nasty attitude. They're making people say, I'm never coming back here again. I've seen instances where family members, I pulled aside the owner, I knew him. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, that's my cousin. Your cousin is killing your business. And this is not a slight against family members, because I don't care if you're related to them or if you're not. If you have a person in the front and that's the first person they see for your business and they got a nasty attitude, say goodbye to your business. What do you think about bad managers? Y'all know everybody ain't made to be a manager. You know that. Everybody not made to be a manager. Do you think that bad managers scare off good workers? I do. A lot of companies, when you leave, they be like, where are you going? Where are you leaving? Because y'all management, bad managers getting on my nerves. I don't need this. One thing that the pandemic taught us, one thing. People are not going to stay for the okie doke. They're leaving jobs, getting new careers. They are going where they can be happy and where they can thrive. They're not gonna feel compelled. Well, I'm gonna stay here. No. Not gonna stay if there's bad management or a bunch of foolishness going on. But what do you guys think? I just thought this was a great conversation, and it made for a really, really good podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Pandora, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio Podcast, and Apple Podcasts. It's The Conversation, Patty and the Millennials, and this week we're talking about service and bad managers, and they're everywhere. Now there's some good ones. Big ups to the good managers, but there are a lot of bad managers. And what companies need to realize, that bad manager is hurting your business because they're driving away good workers. What you want at the end of the day, you want a good worker, you want a loyal worker. If you have a good boss, there's nothing you won't do. But if you have a bad manager, you be like, what time is it? Oh, I just got here. Let me go off and eat breakfast. They're not going to give a damn. They're not. They're not. If you have a bad, they're going to be like, I ain't doing nothing. That's why I'm coming in when I want to. But if you have a good manager, you'll want to show up and do what you're supposed to do. Now, I know there's also the flip side of some workers aren't good, but we're talking about managers. Some. And how important is good customer service. If you like the channel, subscribe, check out the podcast, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. I know we're a little short and sweet today because we then got hit with a lot of stuff here on the East Coast, but leave a comment because Auntie does read the comments. Have a great afternoon.